From the All Indiana Podcast Network, it's the Canine Lowe-Down, helping you get wise to the whys behind your dog's behavior.
That's a good boy.
With the Indie Dog Whisperer, Nathan Lowe.
Hi there, I'm Nathan Lowe, the Indie Dog Whisperer, and you're listening to the Canine Lowe-Down. Thank you so much for joining me today. The soulful eyes, the fuzzy ears, the little paws. Who among us has not been smitten at some time or another with puppy fever? But there's more to these cute little canines than meets the eye. A lot more. Getting a puppy is a huge commitment, and the commitment is real. I'm going to tell you just how real on this episode of the Canine Lowe-Down.
This season, Instacart has your back to school. As in, they've got your back to school lunch favorites, like snack packs and fresh fruit. And they've got your back to school supplies, like backpacks, binders, and pencils. And they've got your back when your kid casually tells you they have a huge school project due tomorrow. Let's face it, we were all that kid. So first call your parents to say I'm sorry, and then download the Instacart app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes all school year long. Get a $0 delivery fee for your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
Getting the smile and confidence you've been dreaming about, all from the comfort of your home, isn't a total mystery with Bite Clear Aligners. Just don't be surprised if all your friends start asking, "What's your secret?" Begin by ordering your at-home impression kit today for only $14.95. Bite Clear Aligners are doctor-directed and delivered to your door. Treatment costs thousands less than braces, plus they offer flexible financing, accept eligible insurance, and you can pay with your HSA FSA. Get 80% off your impression kit when you use code WONDERY at Byte.com. That's BYTE.com. Start your confidence journey today with Byte.
Before you decide to get a puppy, you should ask yourself some difficult questions. Now, maybe for some of you, these questions won't be difficult, but for some of you, it may be. You may take a long, hard look at what the truth is and if you're really ready for a puppy. First, ask yourself why you want to get a puppy. You say, well, that's pretty elemental. Do I really need to ask myself that? Yes, you do. I see people and even clients of mine that, though they won't move their puppy on, they sure think, man, we should have thought about this first. Ask yourself why you want to get a puppy. Is it for sentimental reasons or is it for a serious commitment? Sentiment or serious commitment? When I say sentiment, I mean, oh, because they're so cute. We just want something cute in the house to baby. That can go terribly wrong for you later when you baby a puppy and they end up becoming an authority figure in your home and they're hard to control at that point. Is it for sentimental reasons you want the dog, the awe factor, or is it because you're ready to make a serious commitment to a creature that needs raising? Is it Disney? The idea of the romantic relationship between me and this animal that's just looking for love? Or is it a sense of duty? I want to do what's right by this animal. This animal needs to be raised and have a stable home, have an enjoyable life, where it can be a dog, it can be curious, it can have adventures. Am I committed to giving that dog that? Or is this just kind of a Disney idea in my mind, Disney or duty? So ask yourself why you want to get a puppy. Then, secondly, ask yourself if you're willing to be routinely inconvenienced for the next 8 to 10 months. Raw stuff here, folks. Are you willing to be routinely inconvenienced for the next 8 to 10 months? If you're not ready for a puppy. And most of my clients with puppies are experiencing some form of frustration with either the behavioral antics of their puppy or some kind of chemistry issues with the family. Okay, this is real. This happens. You are bringing an animal into your home. This is a different creature, a different species, and they're coming to live with you and you're a human. There is going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be behaviors you don't understand. You are going to have to be committed to being inconvenienced by a puppy in your home. A puppy will keep you on your toes, and they should. A commitment, now, please hear me on this. If you can make a commitment to embrace temporary inconvenience, when I say temporary, I mean 8 to 10 months, the next 8 to 10 months, I should say, then This will lead you to a very productive investment of time and training that can result in an exemplary adult dog. But you have to make that commitment. We are going to embrace inconvenience. For the sake of this creature, we're going to invest time and training, and we can have a great dog as a result. Third question before you get a puppy, ask yourself, can I give a puppy what they truly need? Let me help you out with that. What are some things a puppy needs? Now, and by the way, this is not BarkBox. This is not shipments of toys from Chewy. They love that stuff, but what do they really need? Not that they don't need toys. They need enrichment, as we'll talk about. But here's what they need. Consistent, intense supervision, especially during these early months, probably the first, I'd say up to about 5 to 6 months old. You need to supervise them, and they need to feel supervised by you. Their mothers at that point in their lives are going to always be watching them. Not always right next to them, but always watching them. They also need consistent, productive enrichment. That's not just, goofing around with them. That means getting things like doggy flirt poles. Basically, teaching them the skills their mother would teach them, how to hunt. Also, productive wrestling with each other if you have more than one dog, or playing with your dog in such a way that they learn to move their body, to focus, to stalk, to hunt. You do this, like I said, one of my favorite toys is this flirt pole. You can get them on Amazon. There's a bunch of different varieties, and they look just like a cat flirt pole. It's a pole with a string and a toy on the end. They're built heavier for dogs. And with this, you can make erratic movements with the toy. The dog jumps all over, chases and zigzags, and it can more simulate an animal running from a predator, which puppies love. They love practicing these skills. Thirdly, ask yourself if you can give your puppy consistent rules and boundaries accompanied by canine-style enforcement. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is, mama will growl, snap, and nip if she's not being listened to. Now, not usually in the early days, 2 months old. As they start getting 3, 4, 5, 6, now things start intensifying because mama teaches social rules. You violated a social norm. You're coming in on me when I'm eating. You're being too wild in my space. You're climbing me and you're 6 months old and that's not permitted. You have to be willing to give puppies boundaries, even starting at 3 months. And that's when I recommend you start with, we call it training. Really what it is starting social inculcation of rules that their kind would teach them. Fourthly, ask yourself if you can give a puppy consistent imprinting. And when I say imprinting, I mean energy and response to stimuli in the environment that teaches a puppy how to think and how to respond. This is really crucial, in my opinion, between the ages of 3 to 6 months. So that means, let me give you an example. You're with your 3-month-old puppy and someone's loading the dishwasher and drops a pan. Crash, and your puppy freaks out. How do you imprint how to react to that? By reacting the way you want your puppy to react, not reacting. So if your puppy freaks out, instead you say, "Oh, baby, it's okay, it's okay, it's all right, oh." What you're actually doing is you are imprinting fear, okay? We don't want to do that. When something like that occurs, you just ignore it, okay? And get your puppy distracted onto something else. Here, what's this? What's this? Slap the floor with a toy. They come running for it, it's over. Imprint the right energy, imprint the right response. Now, lastly, I want to just give you some other considerations, okay? If you are thinking of getting a puppy, don't until you consider these things. And by the way, if you feel like you can't provide an ideal life for a puppy at this time in your life or during this season in the life of your family, why not consider adopting an adult dog, right? Because you can get a great adult dog from a shelter who fits well with your family dynamics and rhythms. You say, well, how do I know if I just go adopt a random dog? Always, always, always foster to adopt. I cannot emphasize that strongly enough. Always, always, always foster to adopt. This will help you assess if this dog, once they get comfortable after a few days in your home, is going to fit with the rhythms of your family. And then because you haven't committed to the adoption, you're not going to have the emotional tearing feeling of, We adopted this dog and now we're returning this dog. It's a foster situation. We're seeing if it's a good fit. And if not, we'll foster another one till we find the dog that we want to adopt that fits our family dynamics. Now, I would encourage you, when you're choosing a dog, whether this is a puppy or you're getting a shelter dog, forget the optics, okay? Forget the dog that would look great beside your kids on your next holiday card, okay? And I know we all love that. We love a dog that looks like they're off a Norman Rockwell card. However, this is not the way to choose a puppy or a shelter dog for that matter. Always choose a dog with your mind, knowing that, you know what, this is a good fit for these reasons. Let your mind lead the way, and I guarantee you, your heart will follow. Thanks so much for joining me today on the Canine Lowe-Down. It's been an honor to have you with me. Well, in summary, we talked about why you shouldn't get a puppy until you listen to this podcast and consider these things. Ask yourself why you want to get a puppy. Is this sentiment or is it serious commitment? Ask yourself, am I willing to be routinely inconvenienced for the next 8 to 10 months? And can I commit to that? And in committing to that, commit to training and time to this animal. Ask yourself if you can give a puppy what they truly need. Supervision, enrichment, rules and boundaries accompanied by enforcement of those boundaries, and consistent imprinting as far as energy and reaction to stimuli and situations. If you can't, and you say, I can't do that, I can't commit to a puppy, that is okay. Check the shelters, go through a foster to adopt program, and find a dog that's the right fit for your family. If you have questions or comments or would like to book a dog training consultation with me, you can do so by visiting my website, IndieDogWhisperer.com. Thanks for listening to the Canine Lowe-Down. Join me next time when, once again, I'll help you get wise to the whys behind your dog's behavior. I'm Nathan Lowe, the Indie Dog Whisperer. See you soon.
This is the Canine Lowe-Down with the Indie Dog Whisperer, Nathan Lowe. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast. And be sure to check out other great podcasts on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Online now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.